speakers, this budget is a Christian budget of consolidation. And if you are consolidating, in 2018, the budget was about 9.8 trillion. And the revenue was about 7 points. And in 2019, the budget is about 8.8 trillion, and the revenue projection is about 6.97 million. I began to wonder, when you say you want to consolidate, what are you consolidating? Because if you want to consolidate, which means like a rollover, you want to consolidate on projects already established and move forward. And like it's been said, if you want to calculate that per capita, per person, which means, like Abaribe said, you're consolidating poverty, because it will go to about 50,000 naira per person, judging our population to be about 180 million. And Mr. President, judge what 50,000 naira will do per person in a year. That shows consolidation of poverty. So I'm of the opinion that we have to really look at this budget. Instead of even reducing from 2018, we should jack up. Because if you take it, you say you're consolidating, and the capital allocation is just 2 trillion. 2 trillion. When last year, the previous year, how much was it? Then what can 2 trillion do when you have so many ongoing projects? And there are basic critical new budget that you must carry along in the new year. As you consolidate, that does not mean you should abandon new projects that have economic value. So I'm of opinion that even this year's budget should be jacked up to even about 10 trillion. Because when you jack it up, somebody will ask, how do we raise the funds? Yes, I'm not asking that we should increase tax. But the point is that we should block leakages. We should ensure that our taxes are properly collected, and so many leakages in our system. So it's not increase of tax, but making sure that the ones already available, we collect them and block leakage. If we don't do that, definitely we're going to have problems. Because where are you going to get the resources from? And like Adoko said, what is the impact? How much? Like 2018 budget is still below 60% implementation. Far below 60% implementation. Even most agencies, at this point, they are on their procurement process. So once there is no money in circulation, poverty will be the only way out. And we have gone through this for a long time. So I think definitely 2 basic things or 3 things we need to look at. First, I'm of opinion that going forward and in obedience to the law, budget should come early enough so that we revert to what we know, where budget should be passed by the beginning of the year. That is number 1. Then number 2, we should block leakages in terms of tax revenue so that we increase it from the usual 6% to a more acceptable global system of 15-16%. Then thirdly, there must be releases. We must make releases, not just budget for the fun of it. When you budget, if you don't release, then it has no impact. Mr. President, on this note, I feel that definitely we have to do all this. And finally, this is intervention, or this social intervention. Mr. President, I think we've done enough with that. I think that this money should be deployed to very critical areas. We look at national insurance scheme. When you fund the national insurance scheme, people can go into the hospital and get medical care, get medical attention, especially the low price. Going to dash people 10,000 or 5,000 in the market, I don't think it will do us any favor. We also look at the housing sector and implementation of the basic health fund. I want to thank you, buddy, that in your tenure, you started it and ensured that the basic care fund is captured. Now the executive has taken a cue. But what I'm saying is that you fund it. Not just put it in the budget, but it has to be funded and 100% funded for it to have effect on the people. So on these few comments, I want to say that we should work on this budget expeditiously and pass it, but I still believe that budget should always come at the right time to enable us to do justice to it. Thank you, Mr. President.